Hey guys, it's M, and today we're gonna be talking about something very different. Dragon Ball just dropped a new trailer for a new game, and most of the Dragon Ball games, I feel they're okay. They're like, most of them are like arena fighters or something basic. This one looks very different. It looks like if Dragon Ball met Dead by Daylight. This instantly caught my attention. So I'm gonna be watching the trailer and breaking down what I noticed about this trailer. Okay, so here they show Cell in his first bug form, which probably means this is the free time for the survivors to do whatever they have to do to get ready for when Cell comes. The reason I'm interested in this is because this trailer shows Cell, but on the cover there's Frieza and Majin Buu. I'd assume Buu starts in his egg. I don't know what Frieza would be doing. And this is what has me. This is what has me. This little scrambly run that your characters do, that shit is not it, right? We see Cell doing like special beam cannon, which I feel in a game like this has to be the lowest tier of move because you're shooting a skinny beam at someone. Unless there's a health bar system, and that does a lot of damage, I'm calling it now that it's probably going to be one of the worst moves you can do, ever. The beams in this game don't look too big, right? So when you're Survivor, you can dodge around them and all that. Oolong low-key looks like a top tier. Look at how short he is. Like, how are you going to hit him? Most of the time, I don't even think you're going to see him. Like, you're going to see all these big, lanky humans running around, but Oolong, I didn't even peep he was in the scene. Like, we also get to see Bulma on a bike for like 2 seconds. She looks like she's slightly faster than these scrambling people. It looks like also that these beams have a little bit of stay power, because if you look when Cell shoots the Kamehameha, the dude walks into it. I think it looks like he side skimmed it and he took damage. I really want to know how the health system in this game works, because I feel like if Cell shot a normal human, they just die. I want to know how many hits you can take before you're dead. I also want to know how you would escape chase in this game, because if you're not in like a town, what are you gonna do? You can't hide behind anything. There's nothing there. In the scene where they're all running, they're in like the forest. What are you gonna do? Like, you can't just despawn, and this isn't Dead by Daylight, so you're not gonna like throw a pallet back at him. Like, I don't know how you would get out of that situation. Here we see Oolong turning into a pot. Again, I'm really thinking Oolong is gonna be top tier, because I don't know if anyone else is going to be able to do that, because everyone else was just hiding, and he just turned into a whole inanimate object. Unless they give other characters like Dragon Ball capsules to turn into things, which I don't think they would do that. I feel like they would have shown that in this trailer at least. It really seems like Oolong is top tier. I know the game hasn't come out yet, but it really seems that way because he has the short body and he could just turn into a fucking plant. The only way, if you're Cell or whoever I'm gonna use Dead by Daylight terms, if you're whoever the killer is and you walk in and you see a bunch of fucking pot plants, you're not gonna go, oh, let me just shoot all of them. The only time you would do that, I feel, is if you played this game long enough to know Oolong is a bullshit character, because there's no way you're gonna notice that. Oh, here we see Cell getting a grab. So I'm assuming that when your health states run out, you get put in a down situation and Cell has to grab you, because I don't see the purpose of doing a grab unless that's how you kill somebody, because this is Dragon Ball. Like, you could just blow them up. We also, later in this trailer, we're gonna see Cell start trying to absorb people, and that's why I'm like, maybe if he doesn't grab you, he can absorb and like get his next form or whatever power that would give him. But that's just that's a spitball of an idea. I don't know. I really feel like it should be that he has to grab you, because otherwise he's just gonna kill everyone in like first form. Like, unless it's balanced, there's no reason you'd want to go, let me stop chasing everybody and slowly grab this guy. We see Oolong, top tier Oolong. We see Oolong run up with the rocket launcher and shoot Cell, which I'm assuming makes him drop the other person, which I hope you get a speed boost out of this, like when you get hit in Dead by Daylight, because honestly, the killer gets blinded, because I don't know what little Jeremy or whoever he caught, like, how would you get out of this situation? There's nowhere to run from here. It's like a bunch of city. Depending on how fast you are, like, I don't know how you get out of this. Also, for these rocket launchers, I would assume you have to find them, and they don't have a lot of shots. Because let's go off of my theory that you have to pick up someone to kill them. If every time you pick up someone just shoots you in the back of the head with a rocket launcher because it has like 3 shots or something, that would be lame. Also, again, as for another point for the last thing, when Oolong is running, his rocket launcher doesn't just disappear. In most other games, like, he'd usually just have the main character, like, drop the the item if it doesn't work or they're not holding it. He's still holding it. So maybe you have to find bullets or rockets for it. I'm unsure, but I feel like a mechanic like that, it has to have some kind of cooldown. Also, top tier Oolong gameplay again. He just turns into a fucking missile. I don't even know if Cell saw him. Cell just looked mad, like he was just flying in the direction the rocket came from. Yeah, when this game comes out, play Oolong. If you're playing Survivor, play Oolong. Oolong looks like the best character. They didn't really show what anyone else does, but they're not gonna be this good, right? they're just not. There's no way they would be this good. Because he's all these tiny objects. Like, in a real game where this wasn't a trailer, I doubt Cell would even know where he was. He could have just turned into a pot plant in this, like, crevice near this column right here, and he probably wouldn't even have seen him. Like, unless you get an indicator, I wouldn't have noticed that. Also, I'm gonna assume that everyone has a way to fly. So let's say Bulma and everyone else gets a jetpack. That's way more obvious than this little missile Oolong turns into right here. Also, you'd be easier to hit. So, like, I don't know, Oolong just looks like the best character. Here we see Cell blowing up a city, which I'm gonna make a wild assumption that you only get one of those a form. Because if you could just blow up every fucking town, there's no point of having a map. And later, I do believe we see second form Cell destroying a city too. So I feel like it would only be fair if they're like, let's say they're like 4 cities and he can only blow one up every form. And there's like 7 survivors. So like at the end of the game, you're all in one city. So it gets really intense at the end game. We see this fucking excellent Oolong movement into the Saiyan pod, which looks way faster than Cell is. This looks like your get out of jail free card if you find one, or if you're running towards one, because it doesn't look like Cell could have caught you. It probably shoots you somewhere random though. Then we get to see the time machine, which I'm assuming you have to gather something to get this time machine, and then you dip. Yeah, that's most likely the win condition. I'm assuming. These Bulma faces make the trailer, I'm not gonna lie to you. Okay, that's basically the end of the trailer. The only thing they're gonna say is closed beta. So in conclusion, this looks excellent. I am very interested to see where this is going personally. There are a few more trailers we need. We need a killer trailer to see what like Cell and Frieza and all them can do. We need to see how big the map is, because that is a concern for me in these kind of games. We need to see what the other survivors do, because Oolong looks like the best character, unironically. We need to see how rocket launchers work, because that is, if you have to pick up someone to kill them and then they just have like infinite rockets or whatever, that is going to be the most annoying thing about this whole game. And I think that's all I really want to know about. Super interesting project, really want to see where this goes. I've been M, and I am out.